So the audio's cutting out a bit. A good portion of that is the video game, and some of it was me tapping the capture card with my toes while playing. But again, a good portion of it was the video game, so I am blameless.
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, Derichet. You are no match.
So here's my dirty little confession. Not something I've talked about before, but I would wear this jacket that Von Volnor has. Maybe not with the popped collar, but, with the filigree and all that. I think it looks nice. I don't think I could pull it off necessarily. It is tailored for Dracula. I feel like I'd be very confident if I wore it.
Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
So this is the last chapter, and therefore the last chapter intro screen. I'm gonna miss them. I like them a lot. Back in Mortimer's office, this is a huge room, so it has to be heated with like 7 braziers at a time.
Dear friends, I'd like to thank you for your continued trust and confidence.
By friends, I assume you're including the bird.
I admit that during these past few days, there has been much upheaval. I understand you've all been affected by this. Nevertheless, the world doesn't stop turning, and we are in fact on the verge of reshaping the modern world.
That is what we are all here for, my lord.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Monsieur Bonaparte. Now you all know what we have to do. I cannot warn you strongly enough. If one of Sir Gregory's guests asks to speak with you, remain on your guard. It is highly likely that he will try to rally as many supporters to his cause as he can. Now, please, go and get some rest before the conference begins, which won't be long now. Louis, stay with me a moment, won't you? I'll be needing your services in a certain matter.
Yes, of course. What's the matter?
Louis, you are the only one here who I totally trust. It is very likely that Gregory will take possession of some of the members of our team. I shall keep them in check over the next few hours. However, I'll need you to, how can I say this, to persuade the members of Gregory's group.
Do you want me to seduce them?
What do you mean by that exactly?
You'll have free rein, my son. Persuade all of them. Use every possible means imaginable. But no physical violence. Let's be very, very clear about that. You must bring them all over to our side. One after the other.
And what if I fail?
I have faith in you, my son. Great faith. That notwithstanding, should any of them resist, we'll decide what to do afterwards. Now go, and come back and see me once you've finished.
I'll be off then.
Torture. We're gonna torture them. Just spit it out. Hey, buddy. I just heard that you're deaf and you had your tongue cut out. I don't know if you can read lips, but I want you to know I feel bad about it. But Papa has assured me it's for the greater good. I am sure you understand.
So, go and take care of your mission, and come back and see me once you've accomplished it, Louis.
I was hoping I could interact with the bird again. I guess not.
I need to talk to Von Wollner.
I don't know what it is, but we always get into fights in this room. I think it's because all of the furniture is red and it affects people emotionally, maybe?
Blast it. Holmes is with him.
Gentlemen.
Louis! I'm sorry, but we are waiting for Duke Manuel. If you wouldn't mind leaving us, I should think you already have enough to do as it is.
Very well. I didn't mean to disturb you. Just my luck. He'll only talk to the Duke. Right. We'll have to fix that.
Oh, by the way, I made new transitions. I hope you hate them.
Emily? Emily, it's me.
Come in, Louis.
What's that servant doing in your room?
A gift from Father.
You're joking, right?
Unfortunately not.
Look, I'm against slavery as much as anyone else. But if I am British nobility and a demon lord, I mean, people are going to talk if I don't have a slave.
He's worried about my health.
Oh, typical. Of course, I understand this is in no way an overreaction on his part. Anyway, I've come to see if you're better.
That's very nice of you. Thank you. I'd appreciate it if we kept our last discussion to ourselves, Louis. I'm not very proud of the state I was in.
Neither am I, but I'm from Ohio.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
And did you manage to speak to Mortimer?
One moment. I'd rather continue our discussion away from any curious eyes. Follow me next door, please.
Are we going to pluck his eyes out? I mean, he doesn't have any senses left. At a certain point, does he even care if he loses another?
You wanted to know if we spoke? Well, let's just say he didn't stick around long, but yes, I can definitely say we spoke.
Why are you being so unnecessarily evasive?
And did he go all right? I imagine you spoke about yourselves.
He confirmed what Sir Gregory told me, that he really is my father. That he didn't know I was his daughter until a short while ago.
Well, how are you? Did you take it all right?
To be honest, I feel like I've lost all my bearings.
And what about me,
Do you
then?
trust him?
Trust is a big word. Do I trust the man I've known for 48 hours who told me about my mother's fetus harvesting habit?
I don't know. It's hard to say. He's our father. He has started to initiate me, and he's been pretty fair so far. Now, that said, you can't say he's gone about gaining my trust in the best possible way. What about you?
Honestly,
what do you think
I no longer know who to believe. The only one I really trust is you.
Oh, big mistake, honey.
So, I shall follow you this time.
So, I can count on you for the conference vote then, right?
You can. I shall support Mortimer's project.
Perfect. Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. See you later for the vote.
Yes. See you later.
That's the closest it would come to saying Piaggi.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment?
I shouldn't really, Louis, as you can imagine.
Rest assured, I've come just as a friend.
No matter how I look at it, between my affection for you and the conference,
Like me? Oh, I like you too, little guy.
I can't hide my disappointment that you're changing side. With all due respect to Lord Mortimer, how could you form like this?
I understand your disappointment, Your Eminence, but I have good reason to.
It's got nothing to do with it, but you didn't come and see me in my room a few hours ago, did you?
Does he remember anything? Oh no. No, I'm sorry. You must be mistaken. I've been speaking to Lord Mortimer in his study.
I must have dreamed it then. It seems so real.
Don't blame yourself, Your Eminence. We're all exhausted. I can assure you of that.
That's very kind of you, Louis. I don't know what's wrong with me at the moment, but I feel rather fragile.
Poor man seems terrified. It'd be a good idea if I reassured him a little before trying to get him to change sides.
Oh, what do you want from me exactly?
We should talk to him about Oniromancy, which just means prophecy from dreams, but if we make him feel stupid, he might just do what we say regardless.
Tell me, Your Eminence, do you know anything about symbols and dreams?
Come, Louis. The scriptural law rejects all divination through dreams. You ought to know that.
Of course, I wasn't suggesting that these visions were messages from God, Your Eminence. But it might be that when we rest, our mind imagines situations based on things that left an impression on it.
Fuck you, Freud. We're figuring this out in the 1790s.
Take your dream, for example. What did it speak of?
I'm not sure that I can speak about it.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. There's no one else here but me.
Well, I was right here, in my room, and you came to see me. Then it all became confusing. I know that Mr. von Wallner was he... No, it's not possible.
What was he doing?
He tried to harm you.
Damn it. He does have memories of what happened. Your Eminence, you have no reason to worry, because I'm right here in front of you, in perfect health.
Yes. Yes, you are right.
You're probably just a little tired. Overworked, that's all.
That's it. Just a bit tired. Anyway, thank you for listening. Please excuse me, Louis, if I've wasted your time. You came to see me about the conference, I imagine. And here I go rambling on about I don't know what nonsense.
No need to apologize, Your Eminence. Think nothing of it.
What did you want to speak to me about?
Right. It's now or never to get him to change his
Mind
mind.
tech?
Dear Lord, don't abandon me.
I mean, I think God abandoned Piaggi quite a while ago.
I am your humble servant. Show me the way.
I must admit that opposing you pains me, and it pains Lord Mortimer a great deal as well.
I can well imagine. You should know that I am not happy about it either.
He's an upright man who, like yourself, spends his time helping others and doing good around him. But you know that better than I do.
I owe him a lot, you know.
Your Eminence, if you feel you owe him something, let me tell you it's not too late to show it.
It's thanks to him that I took the Holy Orders. We met when I was very young, here, on this island.
Wait. If you knew him when you were very young, was he young? Because the portraits in his office show him at the same age for a long time. Like he's unaging. So, Piaggi, did you just not notice that one of your friends hasn't aged in 70 years? I mean, sometimes I don't notice when a friend of mine gets like a haircut, but come on, man.
After our encounter, I had the firm conviction that my duty was to take the Holy Orders. To tell you the truth, I owe him
Have you ever
everything.
thanked him for it?
Never. You must find me ungrateful.
I would never dare, Your Eminence.
You came to persuade me to join him, didn't you?
I don't have that power, but I do sincerely believe that Lord Mortimer serves a righteous cause.
You are an angel who brings peace to the soul, my son.
Oh, you're sweet-talking us this time.
Listen to your heart, Your Eminence.
You are right. To hell with all this political manipulation.
Tell of political manipulation. Let's get back to good old quid pro quo.
Yes, I must listen to my conscience.
Yes, listen to that little voice in your head. What does it say?
Yes, Louis. I will vote for William's project. I will follow you.
I'm sure it will mean a great deal to Lord Mortimer, Your Eminence.
Once again, thank you, my son. Please leave me now. I must pray.
Of course, Your Eminence. I'll be on my way now.
I don't quite have the RAM to display George Washington's office. The new PS6 can do Washington's office in 4K with ray tracing, but...
Mr. President, I was looking for you.
Well, and are you, would you believe it? What on earth are you up to now? You make me change my mind for the vote of the conference, and then you proceed to change sides yourself?
Yes, I do understand you being surprised. I'm sorry, but there have been new developments since then.
What are you talking about?
In fact, you were right. I've been thinking about it since our discussion, and I've been able to talk to the other guests.
You should have listened to me, you young fool.
You were absolutely right. Please accept my humblest apologies, sir.
All right. I have my share of responsibility, too. After all, I didn't have to listen to you.
Listen, I must apologize once again, but it's not too late.
Louis, listen. This is the last time you'll be dragging me into any such schemes. You realize you are playing with the destinies of Nick. For goodness sake, grow up, young man.
You're right, Mr. President. I cannot apologize enough. Please come back to us.
Of course I shall come back. But from now on, please keep me out of your...
Wait, did you pronounce shenanigans as shenanigans?
Shenanigans. 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 Shenanigans.
Everyone misspeaks sometimes. Not me, but other people, I assume.
I promise, Mr. President. I promise, Mr. President.
And try to stick with one opinion. At least until the vote.
You have my word.
Good. Now leave me, I have work to do.
So, you said you had work to do. You're just looking out the window. You could just tell us to fuck off.
Duke Manuel.
De Richet? I am surprised you dare speak to me.
Come now, my Lord Duke.
I hope Sir Gregory will make you sorry for betraying him.
In politics, one must know how to play the ball on the bounce. This might be hard for you to believe, but things have changed.
What are you implying?
Mind hack.
He looks very sure of himself. I wonder what he's got planned.
So I'm gonna drink a potion to see what's going on in the mind of the goblin.
I've simply found out more.
About what?
About the project, and also about the parties present. It was enough to convince me.
All right. What have you found, then?
When you find out, you'll hasten to join us.
Right. Well, you have piqued my curiosity, de Richet. I have a funny feeling you're hiding something from me. Why exactly did you choose to follow Lord Mortimer?
Mind hack.
Mortimer has a plan. I knew it. He must have persuaded the others, which means I'm the last one.
Oh, the fuck goblin has FOMO.
I have no faith in Sir Gregory.
Indeed. And why is that?
I don't know. He acts like someone who knows they've already lost.
Of course.
Given Mortimer's team, honestly, didn't you have any doubts about your winning?
Sorry, not for 1 second.
If one person votes against Mortimer, the plan fails. If it's not unanimous, it fails.
No need to apologize. Lord Mortimer planned everything to make you believe everything is going exactly according to his plan. Not once has Lord Mortimer been the least, not once has he wavered. Never has he had the slightest doubt.
And do you know the reason for such confidence?
No. I didn't need to ask whether or not to join Mortimer. He acts like a winner. He knows he's going to win. The game is over, and Holm knows it as well.
But where did we go wrong then? Luis, tell me, where did we go wrong?
They're all going to vote for Mortimer, Manuel.
But, no, that is impossible.
Will you be the only one to raise a hand in favor of Sir Gregory?
But...
The one to whom everything happens, who reaps all the consequences?
No, I cannot afford to lose for Spain. I do not want Spain to pay the price of an alliance made too hastily. Not because of me. Indeed, it would seem things have changed. Thank you for letting me know, Luis. May I call you Luis?
Maybe. You've been calling me Louise on and off here.
Of course you can, Manuel.
In fact, to be perfectly honest, I never really made up my mind.
Naturally.
Yes. Do you think Lord Mortimer will tell me a little more about this if I pop in to see him? What is more normal than wanting to get informed before you make a decision?
Yes, I won. Look at him, squirming on the end of a hook so as not to lose face. I love it. Of course, he'd be delighted.
Perfect. It's a deal. You can count on me at the conference, Luis.
Marvelous. If you don't mind, I'll be leaving you now. I'll go straight to Mortimer to tell him the good news.
Yes, please do. Go ahead, Luis.
So it looks like Doy, the fuck goblin, decides where he's going to vote just by what's popular. It's like those politicians that start supporting gay marriage as soon as it hit like 51% approval.
Right. Let's use this opportunity to get inside Godoy. I've got a few things I'd like to say to Mr. von Volner. Just one moment, my Lord Duke.
Yes, monsieur. Is there something you wanted to add?
Concentrate. I need you to listen carefully to what I have to say, Godoy.
I am all ears.
Push. I need you to do me a little favor. It's working. That's it, Louis. Get it in his head.
Oh, dear. What is happening to me? I do not feel very well.
Help, sir. Get in his head.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm sure I'll know how to take full advantage of your vessel, now that I am unwell.
Is Godoy wearing an assless jacket?
Duke Manuel, here you are at last.
Sir Gregory, Mr. von Volner.
Thank you for agreeing. I'll leave you with Johann a while. I still have a few things to settle. I shan't be long.
See you later, Sir Gregory.
Oh, Godoy. Come over here. I'm warming myself up. I had the misfortune to step outside, and I'm frozen solid.
I wonder what he was doing outside.
Well, I mean, half of this room is outside.
Something to do with what Holm asked him for, maybe.
Mr. von Volner, I wanted to speak to you. I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
I'm all ears.
Now, we don't have much time, so here it is. You will vote for Mortimer.
What a strange idea, Godoy. You are being ridiculous. Tell me now, why would I do that?
Because I'll mind hack you.
Damn traitor is about to drop us.
I actually wasn't sure which one to pick, so I just went with my gut.
Louisiana is Spanish. Consequently, I am best placed to know what to do with it. It's turning into a personal stake between Gregory and William. Honestly, would you like it if someone told you what to do with Royal Prussia and Greater Poland?
Well, it depends.
No, don't try smoothing things over. You are a statesman. You know what I mean. Today, Spain is weighed down by Louisiana, a source of epidemics, insurrections. It prevents us from concentrating on exploiting the wealth in the Western territories. And I have to let Gregory decide?
I understand your point of view. But as far as I'm concerned, I would rather be honest. You are wasting your time, Duke Manuel. You know nothing about me, and your attempts to manipulate me have no effect. You behave as though we were close. Yet ever since you arrived, you've only been interested in your own little self.
I'm not little.
Don't say that, Johann. We may not be friends, but we are allies.
Is that so? And what do you know about me, exactly?
I know you can be mind hacked.
If he knew I was Gregory's son, he wouldn't try it on like this.
Oh, wait, so Volnor is Gregory's son, which would mean he is Louis's cousin. Is everyone on this island related? It's like about half of the population now is related. Is George Washington our nephew? What's going on? Oh, one of the options that isn't here, I'm not sure how you get it, but you can find out that this old man was having an affair with Elizabeth Adams, who again is a teen, and you can blackmail him with that, but I've chosen the least gross answer, which takes advantage of the fact that I did show you his maps that he just kind of half hid under the rug.
I know you've stolen Mortimer's geopolitical maps.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They're hidden in your room.
But how the devil did you find out?
You'll soon learn that I always keep an eye out for my friends, sir, in case they need me.
Well...
And you need me right now.
Continue. But, tell me, why do you want to follow Mortimer all of a sudden?
Mortimer is planning something. We don't know everything. He must have something up his sleeve to be so confident.
Ah, really? And what do you think that might be?
Mind hack.
Let's see what he knows.
That's a waste of a mind hack.
All of this is just a show. He has contacted all those we represent.
What do you mean?
That everything is already decided in higher spheres. William Frederick, the King of Spain, the Pope, William Pitt.
I don't understand.
Lord Mortimer has invited those who work in the wings of power to take a hand in swaying the decisions of those who actually hold it. Everything is already played out. He has already won.
How is this possible?
We've all underestimated him.
He's fooled us. We're done for.
I really don't understand the argument that we are making here. Like, either we vote against it and Mortimer just rejects that, which, and if he's just going to start vetoing the results of the votes, even the people who voted with him are going to be annoyed, and they may be pawns, but they don't want to feel like it, or have to do some political maneuvering around our vote so that the vote stands, but maybe it's not implemented. But that would at least cause them a headache. We're not powerful by any means here, but we're not powerless.
Look, it all hinges on the next 2 hours, Johann.
I hear everything you're saying, but there is no chance that Mortimer can make us all change sides. That is why Sir Gregory can but win.
He is right.
You understand?
Think again. It's already too late.
Mind hack.
I'm getting a bad feeling.
Just like Star Wars.
Now, you're the last one left. Your loyalty toward Gregory is honorable, but no longer makes any sense. If you don't change your mind, you'll be venturing into dangerous waters for no valid reason.
Unless it's to win.
But at what price? Think of all those who will be hostile toward you afterwards. Just think about it rationally a minute. Prussia has nothing directly at stake, so why put your position or your life in the balance?
I hear you. Honestly, betraying Gregory is... well, it's unthinkable. Unless I simply don't have any choice.
Yes, he's finally cracked.
Thank you for warning me.
You're welcome. There is nothing more natural between allies. I did what I could. Now, it's up to you. As for me, I'll vote for Mortimer. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Good. I mustn't lose too much time.
So I wonder what he did outside. When he mentioned going outside, getting cold, I wonder, if you think back, he said he was going to put the Necronomicon out by the pier, so...
See you later, my Lord Duke. Have a nice rest.
So it's time to end the, I guess, main quest, or more like the original inciting incident, but I don't know what you'd call this. But it's time to resolve this plot line.
What is...
Yes! Yes! At last I found it! Al-Azif!
Well, you gotta admit, you did give us a run for our money.
Huh? A page has been torn out.
So if you open up the Al-Azif and read it like we've been reading books before, it gives you +1 to every skill. That's nice, but at this point in the game, I would rather just upgrade one skill. It'd be less points total, but actually do something useful.
Louis, there you are. Well, tell me, how did it go?
I did my best.
Whom did you manage to persuade?
Well, there's no point in wasting any time. I'm proud to report they've all come over to our side.
Ha ha, Louis, I'm impressed. I was sure you would succeed. I'm proud of you, my son. Even Johann? How did you manage to do it?
I possessed Godoy.
You possessed Godoy, of course. Very ingenious of you, I must say. Son, you've accomplished a veritable tour de force. I couldn't have done better myself. Now we are ready. The conference may begin. Assemble everyone in the conference room. Meet me there and let's get it over with. My friends, here we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. Thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make and I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that.
I mean, one is dead.
In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain to France? Monsieur de Richet?
So we're going first, and I've talked about this before. It's hard to say whether or not America becoming a superpower is a good thing. I mean, in the absence of America as a superpower, it's not like all the evils we've perpetrated as a country are morally unique to us. I guess this is the opposite of American exceptionalism, where I can't confidently say that no other nation would commit the same atrocities as us, but that doesn't really validate or excuse what we are going to do as a superpower. And if we voted against it, that would change history. I mean, we're going to trade in our own spotty record for who knows what, and that can be scary, but that can also be thrilling. I mean, let's see how history changes. I can't imagine our timeline could get much worse. But we did promise Papa that we were going to vote for him. At the end of the day, it does come down to what's funnier. And I can confidently say, getting everyone to vote for it and then changing our vote at the last second and fucking you up for everyone, pretty funny. So that's what I'm gonna vote for.
I vote against.
Duchess Hillsborough.
For.
Really? Because you told me you were gonna always vote with me. You told me you weren't voting for this, you were voting for me. So,
Duke Manuel?
For.
And you said you were going to do whatever was popular. Right now it's an even split, so this was a coin toss by you.
Your Eminence?
For. But
Gregory, please. Monsieur Napoleon?
For.
Mr. von Volner?
For.
What?
So I have no idea why you voted for von Volner. Your main concern was your loyalty to your father, who's apparently this... I don't know, he looks like a wraith of some kind. You said you were going to vote against him just because you thought it was out of your control, but at this point, Louis' vote cast. You're just choosing to betray your papa for no reason? Same. Fuck dads.
Gregory, please refrain from interrupting the voting. You know the rules, brother. President Washington?
For.
The votes are now cast. So you were not won over by my project. That hurts.
I warned you. You didn't want to listen to me.
Never mind. It will still come to pass.
Traitor! What have you done? You are obliged to respect your word. That is the rule.
The time of conferences is over, dear brother. Let us abandon all this charade.
You don't have the right. What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Greg. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one, don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father, what happened?
Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
This game draws.
You are mad, William. I will punish you for this.
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
But I cannot die.
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we.
First of all, that is a really weird way to phrase that sentence. But secondly, we were looking for the Lance of Longinus for so long because we were being told it was the only thing that could kill demons. And off screen, there's a poison that can kill demons like this entire time.
You would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Oh, no, my dear Gregory. You will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered body.
Help me!
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you. Tell me, what does that feel like? Never happened to me. Can't be good. You cannot leave your body. You cannot project yourself elsewhere. You cannot even contact Father. Go ahead. Try. But you are my brother. So I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure out of it. Well, very little.
You swine!
A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
Matt, I am stronger than you.
I love all of Holmes' dying words. He sounds like an anime villain who's about ready to enter like phase 2 of the fight.
That's all, folks. Stay tuned for the surreal finale of the council.
What's your favorite position?
From the back.
From
the back, yeah, from behind, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Straight damage, bro.
Mine's missionary.
Missionary?
Yeah. Guy on top, girl on the bottom.
There you go. Nothing's wrong with that, man. Nothing's wrong with that.